Hi. Hi, Ari. Let's get all of this over. Alrighty. Um, Hi, I have been super busy, so sorry I've been kind of all over the place. I'm gonna get started with the community read, and um, I'm super excited because I have a dodgeball tournament this weekend. So I'm gonna be, and it's gonna be in Philly, so I'm gonna be using my Philly tarot tonight. All right, for the community read, let me see if there's anything big going on astrologically. Um, Ooh, we're getting very close to the new moon, so let's do a new moon reading. Hi, Surya. Let's see, the new moon is on the 10th. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I was very confused. Some of my calendars are Sunday start and some are Monday, and I was like, why do I have this event on a Monday? Okay, so I'm going to be doing the oracle from the signs of our time. So as I'm shuffling the cards, just think of the energy that has been around you lately. See what we have to focus on as a community. Let's see what our first card is. We have bullseye, which is focus, which is really funny because I'm telling you guys to focus. So this I feel like is very meaningful to me very specifically, but in general, maybe this weekend or over the next few days, there's just calling for a need for you to focus a little bit. So if you've kind of been focus or not focusing rather, but if you've been spreading yourself through too many different things, maybe it's time to pick one or two things to actually um pay closer attention to, something that you need to actually strive towards. Let's see what our next card is. Next card for the community. We have the feather. We have a message. So this could be talking about focusing on messages. So if you work with guides or like your guides, your ancestors or anything, have you been missing messages from them because you aren't focusing on them? Um, because you aren't focusing on the right things. So this could be a sign to reassess and refocus. And then, of course, I looked it up. It's talking about we have the new moon coming. This is emotions. So, are you focusing on the right messages when it involves your emotions? Are your emotions getting in the way of how you're focusing, how you're receiving these messages? And if so, maybe it's time to reassess. It's time to reassess your emotions. Check back in with yourself. Be honest with yourself in that kind of regard, and um, put your mind at ease and focus on the things that you need in order to allow yourself to open up and receive these messages, whether it be from the universe, your ancestors, your guides, or the physical people around you. All right. So if you would like more readings from this, you can use my tip link in the description. And so we have Ari and Surya. I think it's going to be a quiet night tonight. Ari, go ahead, put your question in the chat. I'm going to get this deck shuffled. This deck has seen like better days. The foiling is scratching off, but I love this thing to bits. And there's a second edition out in a red box. And this guy even has a wicked bend to it now. Hi, Luke. Welcome to the queue. You guys, since the new moon is this weekend, you'll have to let me know if you're doing anything special. Hopefully, I will be manifesting some wins at my dodgeball tournament. I guess we'll see. Oh, it's nice to pull these out. Maybe I'll take these with me this weekend. Do some Philly readings in Philly with the Philly Tarot. Okay. The only thing about these is like they're a clone of Rider Waite, so I'm testing out the pairing of these. Just kind of, I mean, not together, but I wanted to use them back to back to kind of get an idea of if I wanted to pair them together in the future, like for actual readings for myself. All right, Ari. Last call. There we go. Okay, so let's see if any of the Tim Hortons near you. That's a coffee place, right? Let's see. Let's see if any of the Tim Hortons will hire you. Whoops. I haven't used this deck in a while. I feel like I need it to get it all warmed up. So we have the and it's probably hard to tell, but these paper clips here are actually wands in this. You can tell, I guess, with the king. So right here you have the 7 of wands, we have the hierophant, and then we have the king of wands. So I want to say yes, but I think that with the 7 of wands, it might not be the easiest get. Like I feel like maybe they have a lot of people that they are going through. Um so you might want to try applying for other places, but um I don't think that there's quite luck in the ones that you've applied for, but I think that you could have luck in the future if you keep applying. So the 7 of wands is basically a sign of like competition and trying to beat down the competition. And on the other side here, we have the king of wands, who's finally like being able to relax. That got, he got what he was looking for. He is surveying, like maybe even finds a position that puts him in a place of leadership, like a shift leader or manager or something like that. So I feel like maybe whatever you've applied for right now isn't quite it, but you might have some options if you keep applying to other things. Maybe some bigger, better things will pop up. And with the hierophant here in the middle, I think that maybe you should try reaching out to the person you applied for and or not for the person you applied with, and asking their opinion as well, and if they recommend you applying for other like other positions there or other locations that you might not have thought of. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know we had Tim Hortons um in the US. That's the more you know. Does it matter if it's a real Tim Hortons or not? Is there like a difference in terms of like pay or hours or something like that? I don't really know how they operate. I've literally been to a Tim Hortons once. But you might want to, especially with the 7 of wands here, you might want to consider the other options. Because I don't see anything unfavorable. It just shows like the journey has is not quite finished yet. Sorry, it's just peeking at the oracle cards to see if how they looked aesthetically. Good luck though. Hey Surya, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. I vaguely remember Tim Hortons coffee, but I just know it was better than Starbucks, which doesn't take much. But I remember it being maybe vaguely on par with Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, the Four Swords definitely doesn't strike me as a yeah, you got it kind of thing. The Four of Swords is kind of it can lean neutral to no depending on what what the question is, right? So like had you asked, should I take a break and relax today and you pull the Four of Swords? Yeah, that would be a yes. But if I ask, should I go run my a marathon tomorrow and I pull the Four of Swords, it's a no. Yeah, it's also just the climate out there. You just kind of have to like shotgun style your application and just see what sticks. It kind of sucks. Like the whole job market is just a nightmare. But- Whoop. Okay, sorry. Let's see what kind of news is coming for you. Hmm. Okay. I don't have the deck upside down, so that card just was meant to be reversed, I guess. So, good luck, Ari. So we have the Hangman in reverse, we have the Devil, and then we have the Six of Cups. So, you're welcome. Make sure you like the video. So, the I'm not sure that you have necessarily good or bad news. Let me think this through. This combination is strange. I think that maybe this might be I won't consider it good or bad news. I would consider it more of a warning of something to look out for, right? So, and I think that this is leaning more emotionally to anything. So, just again, this is the Six of Cups. So, I think that um oh, that's a good idea, Surya. Do a little bay leaf burn. So with the devil here in the middle, I feel like you are emotionally going to be coming into some really like might be really fun times, but not the most healthy times when it comes to relationships. So I feel like if you're like you kind of have your eye on someone or someone comes into your life in the near future, they might be a fun time, but they aren't going to be around for a long time. They are just here for, just all of the, I'll call it superficial stuff, really nothing of any substance. And with the hanged man here in reverse, I feel like, if you are really hoping that it turns into something, you go into it impulsively thinking that maybe things will change after you guys connect more, but really it's just like you're chasing this nostalgia that doesn't really exist. So it makes me think that maybe this is someone you've met before or you've known, and you it might be trying out something new, and it hoping things would be different from last time. I guess this is kind of not good news. But I see it more as a warning because it's something that you can definitely you have control over with this hangman. So the hangman I feel like is the indicator of things to happen, especially with this starting off. So had this been upright, you kind of have this moment where you can reflect on these past mistakes and you don't do them again. But with this in reverse, I worry that you might be rushing into things, not really considering how the situation truly is. You're not really opening yourself up to that. So I would just be careful going forward, with any new romantic connections. But I didn't see anything in here in the way of money. Yeah, sometimes it's good to learn on your own. It can be a very lonely journey, though. That's the only downside to it. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it does very much so give that kind of vibe, and I would make sure, like, if that's what it is, definitely don't engage. Luke, go ahead, put your question in the chat. I feel like my delay is really delayed today. Yeah, for sure. Good luck. Jill Scott. Oh, my deck is I do have reversals in here. Um, I never looked. I don't know who some people are. I'll have to consult the guidebook. I don't think the guidebook tells me. Sure, I can do that. A general 3-month ahead spread. Oh, it does kind of tell. Oh, it does. Okay, let me see. Let me go through here real quick. See if Jill Scott is on here. Some of these references even I don't get, but I think that's because I think because I just don't get pop culture. Some of these, like, I didn't know Edgar Allan Poe was like associated with Philly in any kind of way. No, I don't think she's in here. Nope. I wonder if the second edition is different or if the box is just different. Because maybe she's in the second edition. You can always talk to them, Ari. Okay, Luke, let's see. General 3-month ahead reading. Let's see what 3 months ahead looks like. Less card. Ooh, 3 months is going to bring a lot of decisions about the people that you keep around you. Um, trying to debate if I want to go in order. I think I'll start with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is he is the explorative page. It's the page that wants to study and learn about new things. They want to find new ways to be creative, and they're rediscovering their passions and the things that they care about. So there's a lot of that fire energy from the wands, but then it has that earth energy from the page that kind of balances out the fire a little bit. And on both sides of the page are decisions that need to be made, right? So over here with the lovers, it's like deciding on the company you keep, how the relationships that you get into, it's just w- discerning what is the best move for you, um that maybe you haven't been doing before. So I think this card is asking you to reflect on the choices you've made in the past and how can they be different in the future that supports this idea of being more of the like passionate side of yourself, more so I feel like for yourself than for other people. Like, how can you embody this page of wands, and what choices have you made in the past that limit that, and what choices can you make in the future to better that when it comes to the relationships that you create? On this side here, this is more of like needing to make decisions, um, but not knowing how to do so. So I feel like over the next 3 months is you trying to figure out that very thing, figuring out what you really want going forward, figuring out, you know, how things have affected you, especially mentally in the past. How have they affected your, creativity, your passionate side of you, and how can you grow from it? So we have fire, we have um, swords, which is air. So this really supports each other here. And I think the goal is to, you might feel a little stuck over the next 3 months, but you're really just working through this process, working on getting out of that rut. So, oh, I think lovers is air too. So there's a lot of air energy here. It's a lot of time to reflect um, inwardly, think things through, maybe, tap more so into the logical side of things and less so the emotional side of things, and process things that way. So, seems like quite a journey, maybe a little bit of a 3 months of shadow work kind of journey. um, but yeah, I think ultimately over the next 3 months, your focus might want to be on like what is it from the page of wands that, or yeah, page of wands that you want to embody, and what's missing that you need, or what do you need to give up to get to that point. And from there, I think you can start to focus on what to do next. I don't know why I thought I saw Luna over here, but see, huh? You whoops. Yep. I feel like when it's time to reassess and get back into it. So trust that gut, go through the process. And it doesn't have to be such a serious process. It doesn't seem like this is something that's like, tear yourself apart and start fresh kind of thing. It just feels like a period that you should allow yourself some reassessment. Nope, no breaks, only shadow work. All right, so my cue is clear. Um, I think, let me see when my games are next week. Okay, guys, so not this Sunday, but next Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. Sil and I are doing a St. Patrick's Day tarot tag live. So if you want to join us for that, please join us. If you have, if you do your own readings and stuff like that, it will be perfect. That is your hint. Um, and I think, let me see what's going on next week. March 14th. I have another late game, so I might be able to do 6 o'clock again. I think I might do another early day before I can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. You're welcome, Luke. Happy to help. Alrighty, guys. I am going to wrap it up. I will see you guys next week. Oh, yes. Thank you, Robin. Also, Monday, I am doing the tarot story time or story adventure on Discord. If you just enjoy doing things creatively with tarot and outside of like regular divination, this is a fun opportunity to do it with some other people. And if you are practicing and just want to expand how you're practicing, this is also another great example because we share our interpretations, we create stories and stuff like that. So this upcoming one is going to be the Forgotten Library, created by moi. So hopefully you guys like it. If you don't like it, then just don't tell me. But I do share the files, so you can always do this again on your own. And of course, just as a shameless plug, this was inspired by Amethyst Ascension's story adventures, which she does on her channels. So feel free to go and check them out as well. Thank you, Robin, for reminding me. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Alrighty, guys, I am going to get ready for the gym, and I'll see you guys next week. Wish me luck in my tournament. Bye.